You are now listening to Simbang Panas Podcast.
Yo, what is up people? Selamat datang ke lagi satu episod Al-Kisah Podcast. Sebelum kita mulakan kita ni podcast kali ni, jangan lupa podcast kita dibawakan khas kepada anda oleh kami dari Team Ronin. Jadi untuk korang-korang yang nak kuruskan badan, nak cantikkan diri, handsomekan diri, tak payah cari jauh-jauh. Tu produk One Practice ada.
Yes, tu produk One Practice ada dua produk. Satu Unimati, lagi satu BioLife S. Unimati untuk morning, BioLife S untuk before your lunch and before your dinner.
Lunch
Lunch.
So if you're interested to try FeelGreat, go to our individual bios.
Aidi.Isham
and Zeya.
And sebelum kita move on to kita main next episode, I have been receiving a few DMs from kita punya listeners yang nak beli tu produk One Practice ni.
Yes.
I know some of you guys are confused bila korang picit the link kat kita ni bio tu kan. Lepas tu nanti dia cuma pilih Unimati punya flavor. Jangan worry. Pasal dia Unimati je ada dua flavor. BioLife S ada satu flavor je.
Yes.
But bila korang beli, it comes in a set. Dia bukan separate korang kena beli. Dia comes in a set.
Dengan botol sekali.
Yeah, dengan botol for first time users.
Yep,
Yes.
first time users.
Okay, jadi beli lah. Jumpa korang nanti. Ciao.
Let's go.
AKP di studio, jom dengar Al-Kisah, nak buka cerita. Tak kisah, tak kisah, Al-Kisah, Al-Kisah, Alkisahproduction. Tiga budak dope dalam stu, semua stick macam glue, semua sick macam flu, yeah. Dulu tak kenal, now you know. Guess who? Pass the mic, pedas panas padu, yeah, yeah. AKP di studio, jom dengar Al-Kisah, nak buka cerita. Tak kisah, tak kisah, Al-Kisah, Al-Kisah, Alkisahproduction.
Yo, what is up people? Saya Aidi Syam.
It's your boy Ferdy Ferd.
And Zeya.
And we still have with us kita punya sex and love pula. Sex and relationship coach in training. Dee Ashburn. Okay guys, so tadi dalam kita punya previous episode, aku actually nak selit pasal satu isu yang I think Kak Ana brought up. She talked about daddy issues. So yesterday while scrolling through TikTok, I saw this video where a lady was kira macam debunking. Dia cakap, oh, you guys are saying that I got daddy issues, but no, I got reverse daddy issues. So apa dia nak cakap is you guys are saying macam I expect a lot from a man, but am I the problem or are you the problem? Because ni cara dia cakap lah. Aku try to find the video tadi but I can't find. So cara dia cakap is it my problem that whenever I need someone to talk to, my dad is always there ready to talk to me? Is it my dad is working full day shift also, but whenever I call, he always picks up? Is it my problem that my dad is always providing things for me without me even asking? Is it my problem that macam mana dia cakap kira macam whenever macam for example dia tengah red light, without asking, daddy will come dengan ice cream, dengan chocolate, and then these are the things that people say, oh yeah, dia ni expect too much, dia ni got daddy issues, that kind of thing. So as ladies, ataupun from korang your opinion, what do you guys think? Is that like a bare minimum kind of thing?
So
yang
aku kena jadi ladies juga.
Boleh.
You start first.
Yeah. Do you, okay.
That one not daddy issue lagi.
For my question to you, we know we do that for our daughters.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Belum, not the menses part lah, not yet lah. But yeah, I will do it.
Yeah, definitely I will.
So is it wrong if orang cakap macam kau manja sangat?
I don't think it's wrong in my opinion. Dr. Ferd cakap.
Yes, Dr. Ferd. Yes,
Right, doctor, right.
I don't think it's wrong because
Thank you, doctor. Doctor. You think about it.
yeah, can.
She's back, guys.
Okay,
So
doctor.
I don't feel this wrong because that is how we want to treat our kids. I mean, growing up, you still have to discipline them in the right way as well.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you want to manja with your daughter, I mean, she's your princess, she's your queen, then might as well you just do it,
Yeah.
because she needs the father love at the end of the day. Yes, as I taught my daughters is to love your mother 3 times as more as me.
Okay.
Always. But then I'm always be there for them and everything. But disciplinary is still number one priority. But manja, I don't think it's wrong bro. For me, your daughter need us. We need.
Okay, now that what I'm trying to say is you brought up your daughter macam gini kan.
Okay.
So sekarang bila dia dah besar, they expect the guys atau her partner to do the same. Tapi sekarang partner dia cakap, kau ngada-ngada sial, kau ingat kau princess apa? Now, how do you react?
That means the guy, okay, if me lah, point of view lah.
Yeah.
Then the guy cannot meet my expectation lah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You cannot take care of my daughter, then don't get married with my daughter.
Yeah.
As simple as that lah. If you can manage my expectation and also be more than me, then go ahead lah. If you can tahan my perangai daughter, then go.
Perangai daughter.
My daughter perangai. Sorry, doctor narik English rabak
You
sikit.
think the perangai hard, you haven't seen the mother.
You haven't seen my wife.
Betul.
Yeah, so
Correct.
Korang punya opinion pula as ladies macam mana pula?
I don't
Profesor
know.
Ana.
Profesor pula. Pressure tiba-tiba. I don't know. I feel 50-50 about this.
Oh, why?
Yeah, I kind of feel 50-50 because if let's say you find a man that okay lah, boleh compromise. You cannot get 100% lah. But you can somehow compromise and you can groom that person to be like your father is. Then it's still okay what? You cannot just plainly expect and then tak dapat sudah. Then until when are you going to be single?
I'll take that into consideration.
Siapa?
Cakap dia doktor.
Tiba.
Okay, deep breath. Kemut and let go.
Yeah.
Kemut let go.
That's why I said
Okay, Coach D.
Coach D. Oh.
Yeah.
Sounds like this person has definitely has secure attachment. So this is from the attachment theory. So definitely attachment theory. There's
Kita dah serius lah bila dia berbual.
mood terus go down.
Yeah. So coming from for those who yang cakap dia ada daddy issues, I feel that she's being gaslighted.
Okay.
She doesn't have daddy issues. She knows what is expected. The benchmark has already been set by the father. The father is a very present father, and hence that's why I say perhaps given whatever yang the parents have given her, she has secure attachment. So secure attachment is a positive. Positive meaning dia tahu dia punya worth. Dia tahu that what is expected. What is the bare minimum at least. I feel whatever she's asking for is bare minimum. It's not beyond. Sadly, because of many others right now, I think majority of people have very insecure attachment.
Okay.
People tend to think that these basic gestures or the bare minimum gestures are grand gestures. That's why those people who cakap dia daddy issues, they are perhaps just broad brushing and not understanding what's the meaning of having daddy issues lah.
Okay.
Kan? So I don't think it is wrong for her not to settle, but of course she has to manage her expectations right. If she does find a man that can treat her like how her father treated her, good for her. If she doesn't want to settle, then it's up to her. It's not wrong kalau dia choose not to settle. So of course the implications whether she find the right mate or not, if he's choosy, that's her prerogative lah. That's her choice. We are nobody to implicate what she's supposed to do or shame her for having expectations or having a secure attachment and knowing her worth.
Nampak bezanya jawapan ni.
Tapi
macam tak nak kahwin demi pasal lah. Aku summarizekan dah. Tak nak kahwin demi pasal lah. Yang ini sampai bila kau tak nak kahwin?
Tapi aku nak tanya lecturer D.
Yes.
What do you think about it, lecturer D?
D-boy.
Apa?
D-boy.
Oh,
D-girl.
lecturer D
D-boy.
Rango.
Yeah. So in my opinion, if you can't match what I can do for my daughter, then too bad.
Yeah, you don't
same.
If
deserve
you
my daughter.
really like her, try.
Yeah, try. Effort.
And you, girl, compromise a bit. Dada special,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
different.
cannot expect other men like me.
Yes,
If
correct.
not, your mother marry many.
You haven't met his wife. Yes.
You think Dada when marry your mama like that? No, mama groom me. Yeah. Yes.
Same for me. We compromise. There were certain expectations yang he had. Yang no, I want a wife like that. I also want a husband like that. But cannot lah. You gotta meet.
Pause. So your wife groom you?
Yeah.
Same sah.
No, same right? No, because sometimes to us it's not normal. Macam kita growing up before kita kahwin, mana kita tahu adik kita uzur kita nak kena belikan coklat. Mak uzur belikan coklat, belikan bunga. Mana kita tahu tu bapak punya kerja apa? Dengan matai dia punya kerja apa? Bukan aku punya kerja.
Betul juga.
Jadi bila not doing this on a regular basis, jadi bila kahwin and then the wife expects this kind of things, tapi kita tak tahu. Then tapi kalau wife tak cakap, macam mana kita nak tahu? So dia macam ayang, I uzur belikanlah coklat. So we know.
Then from Netherlands.
Yes.
Macam dah automatic tu. Dia tengok perangai je kan. Coklat, Cadbury, all my favourite semua dah standby.
Bestnya.
Yes, he is already to that level already.
I feel like my wife kena gitu je, just leave me alone. Best gila.
Senang
Bare minimum.
Literally bare minimum.
Just leave me alone. Okay.
So that's why it's important, let's say, again, this is also a tool kan, for people like for my future profession. We teach or we give the tools for partners to express their desires. This is part of desire. Desire that doesn't mean hanya intimasi atau sex, but the desire for this, I desire for chocolates when I'm having my period. Or I desire that, when you buy drinks for me, can you like maybe just, ni speaking for experience lah, cocokkan straw lah, lepas tu kasih kat I, macam gitu.
Ada tak desire? Ada tak when you see your clients and everything, desire, diorang tengah datang, diorang desire to have sex?
Of course. They are. So again, I feel this one is really depends on how comfortable your partners are. So kalau kau dapat partner yang pasal warak, and then when that desire comes, there's ways of rejecting, but with love. So when
I tak nak sayang. Bukan.
So okay, for
Malam ni
example,
malam apa? Rabu belum Jumaat.
So for example, if let's say the wife is on period, this is aku rasa ramai orang yang akan dapat request.
Not all men sail Red Sea.
Only
real ones.
Say B I nak, like can we nak macam dia buat sesuatu lah, mungkin dia tak cakap B I nak. Ada yang orang tak cakap, dia tak cakap lah kan. But if you have noticed that this is leading on to sex or whatever, but if you don't feel like it, you could reject in a very compassionate, empathetic, loving manner.
Ini for the husband lah.
For the husband. So the wife, this is how you say. Because sometimes I uzur lah, you gila apa? That's a very bad rejection. Janganlah macam gitu.
Jangan jadi tu. Ayang, tak boleh I uzur. Mulut I tak.
That could be a playful way to do it. It's a compromise. It's an alternative. So even if
Kalau playful pun, kalau lelaki tu take to consideration.
Okay, malam ni.
But there's also a form of flirting lah. Different people have different styles of
Their
flirting.
comfort levels are different.
So gasak kurang lah. But what I'm saying is, if your partner knows that you're coming from the place of love, they would not feel rejected. And if this rejection comes regularly, it can lead to resentment. And once it leads to resentment, that's where you're in trouble.
Grudges also datang.
You will just shut down. Kau tak nak cakap, then tiba-tiba kau adalah datang makhluk Tuhan ni yang bahasa I boleh kasih apa yang you nak,
makan dua.
Then lah kau dah start the
Resentment,
thing that so the thing that you want to avoid is resentment lah. You know what I mean? So last, if let's say your husband wants to do it, or maybe your wife wants to do it, but you don't feel like it, this is a very nice polite way with love yang kau boleh cakap. I say, baby, that's really, I really love that you want to be close with me, but is it okay if we just cuddle tonight, because I don't feel that I can meet you at the level of intimacy, and I wouldn't want to be, that would be unfair to you. So I wouldn't, my experience wouldn't be as enjoyable, because I really don't I don't feel ready for it tonight, but perhaps can we do something else? So sometimes that something else can actually lead you to eventually having sex. Like cuddles
It's
or
how you
whatever.
play your cards lah, basically.
Correct. So instead of just an outright no, you give an alternative and then you build from that.
And kepada yang husband for example, kalau let's say dah dapat no tu, jangan terus merajuk. Play
Yeah.
your cards right.
Yeah, if let's say dia cakap
Jalan
no je.
kat rumah bogil-bogil. Jalan babe kadang.
Helikopter.
Helikopter. Ayang tengok helikopter. Kadang it might turn on. You don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe dia punya attachment dia dengan helikopter.
Or let's say bini kau just outright no, then kau cakap, is it okay if you just cuddle instead?
Yeah.
Oh, kau the husband yang pula.
Yeah. Lepas tu belakang-belakang jadi.
Then you reassure her, you know, can we just cuddle? I just want to be close to you. Kan? Then lepas tu you just reassure her also, don't worry, I will respect your boundaries.
Yes.
If you don't feel like it, I just want to be close to you. Let's just cuddle. Nanti mana tahu bini dia pula tangan berayap, kita tak boleh tahu apa. So,
Tapi cuddle, I realize something. When I cuddle with my wife, right, it gives different feeling.
yeah,
I
it's
don't know
the
why.
oxytocin
Different
release.
feeling. Kau cuddle dengan siapa lagi?
Tak, maksud aku macam bila kau cuddle dengan like without intimacy,
Intimacy,
yeah,
betul.
correct.
without intimacy.
He's using big words.
Yes.
Good job, doctor.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So when I cuddle aja, like I feel very macam warm, safe,
Yeah.
and very macam loving.
Yeah.
Tapi at the end of the day, my hand, I don't know why lah. My hand lah very itchy go everywhere.
That's normal lah.
Yeah, but I feel
that's a
really
way
different.
of flirting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The reason why you feel good when you hug someone, or basically you hug your spouses, your children, or whatever, it releases oxytocin, which is the love hormone.
No.
Yeah. So when oxytocin is released,
Oxytocin.
Oxytocin, okay.
So when oxytocin is released,
Happy hormones,
yeah, it's love hormone. That's the love hormone. So you feel warm. That's why you feel warm. It
Yeah.
increases your heart rate.
Yeah.
And then blood circulation. That's why you feel warm and you feel happy.
Okay, I want to
Yeah.
say something to you, Dee. Actually, Dee
girl.
Dee girl.
Yes.
I really thankful for the previous podcast that we this one, because
Yeah.
when we fought that time, you asked me to actually hold her hands.
Yeah,
and
did that work?
I did, and everything was smoothened out, bro. Aku was very surprised.
I'm
Aku try
so
je lah. Aku tak pernah
happy.
macam.
Ya lah, I mean,
Lama-lama.
dapat tip try lah kan.
Try.
I love it.
Oh sebab tu tadi yang datang bila aku marah kau pegang tangan aku.
Korang dua memang they love
Bromance.
bromance. Diorang punya bromance dahsyat.
Yang video tu tiba dia pegang tangan lah. Macam apa siapa kau?
But it doesn't work on idea.
So
Kau
tell
pegang
me,
benda lain.
tell me more. What happened?
So we had a fight.
Kita dengarkan lah ni.
We had a fight.
Okay.
And then it was a small issue becoming to a big issue. And then I was like tengah banter it off with my patient, but she's dia punya orang kalau marah nanti she will like blast it out and everything. So I'm trying to be patient. Sekali teringat your advice.
tip lah, yeah.
So I was like I go to her straight.
Dia tengah kamu sendiri
Dia tengah
kacau.
marah-marah tau. Aku tu I hold her hands, I straight away hug her. And then she straight away cried off, and then she talked to me nicely already.
See?
Then bila duduk berbual dengan dia, tiba-tiba lah macam I feel like very is more communication.
You feel more connected to her, right?
So it's more macam dengan Aidi lain sikit.
Yeah.
So bila
By the way, dia tadi baru gaji, minta dia $300 tu no.
See?
yeah, but it worked. But thank you so much for the advice. So
I mean,
yeah.
some tools may work, some may not, but it's really a trial and error. I'm really glad that you tried that tool.
Yeah, aku try. Apa yang kau bilang kat podcast ke apa, aku akan cuba.
Good,
Right.
good,
Jangan risau.
good.
Well done, Fred.
Yeah,
Okay
makes me
guys, so
so happy.
aku nak tanya korang.
Okay.
Ini we go for something general again.
Alright.
Do you guys think that there is a double standard on how men and women are allowed to talk about sex openly in our society?
Can you repeat that? My brain cannot understand.
Sila translate.
Adakah ketidakadilan antara di
Bukan,
dalam
dia tak kisah Melayu.
Dengarlah. English kau ada susah. Adakah ada tidak keadilan
Okay.
antara antara lelaki dengan perempuan apabila harus membicara tentang seks di
Halayak ramai.
Bagus tak Melayu
Okay,
ke?
we go with
Soalnya-
Kaina first lah.
You go first.
Dia masih tengah proses.
Yeah.
Okay, kalau kita compare dulu dengan sekarang, okay?
Okay.
Dulu I rasa women folk will be very taboo lah. They
Okay.
will just shut it, or maybe they will just whisper, aku ada gini masalah. Macam maybe towards their very very close one.
Okay.
I feel dulu, but men maybe also they are also quite conservative. In my experience lah,
Okay.
I feel like that is the way. But currently men are more bold. Diorang are very vocal. They will just like even make jokes lah. They will just do it openly and all that. And I see equally with women also. I do see it openly. Like they will have sex jokes in family punya gathering. Whether you can accept ke tak. But the sex jokes are just there. Whether you korang boleh terima ke tak, it is just there. So I don't think there is a macam men are more bold, ladies are more quiet. No, I feel in the current context, everybody is talking about it. Openly, vocally. Is how on which platform aja yang you rasa comfortable aja, I rasa.
Okay.
Yeah.
For comfort.
Oh, aku pula.
Dah tangkap.
Dah,
Okay, silakan.
Untuk aku honestly, I feel like it's normal now. To joke about it, to talk openly about it as a joke. But in a serious manner, I never seen lah. But in a joking matter, for example, you tell your child to just swallow it and don't like the taste, just swallow it. Act like nothing happened. Then we will tend to laugh it out, right?
Yeah.
Because
The sexual innuendo.
Yeah. So that kind of thing. So I think it's okay for now because I did jokes like that. You know, we did in my family, even my brother and I also. You know, with our spouse and everything, we did jokes like that. I think it's normal, but to talk serious term, I don't think it's normal yet lah for me, because I don't want to tell everything that I did to people, to my wife or whatever, you know. So I keep it to myself. But in joking manner, I think it's still okay.
Because the way I see it is, even up till now, in 2025, aku rasa that there's still this double standard. Because men in a way, when they do sex jokes and everything, they get away every single time. But when girls do it, tiba, dia ni slutty lah. Dia ni dia ni macam kau gatal siang, kau perempuan siang,
my circle of friends are more open lah.
Depending on the people lah.
Is it within all girls atau
All girls lah?
Yeah, all girls. What I mean is open.
Okay, with men around lah.
Yeah, and even in podcast terms, for example, like you see me and Ferd, sometimes we say a lot, and you know nothing comes, you know. But then if let's say a girl podcast does it, for example Dee dengan Lina, and you guys do it, you guys might get
Probably.
a different kind of reaction from society. Don't you feel that way?
Because I feel the societal expectations towards women, we will always have to maintain a certain form of decorum no matter where we are, because we are women. And I feel that it's them in the religious background, being Malay Muslims and stuff like that. But like I remembered my conversation with Hirzi once before. He said that sometimes the Malays in Nusantara have forgotten that there are many forms of Malays out there, but that don't make us lesser than Muslim.
Okay.
Right? There's many shapes and forms. There are those who wear the hijab, there's non-hijabis, there are those from LGBT, whatever. But of course, that doesn't make them a lesser Muslim just because they practice life a different way. And again, as Muslims, you're not supposed to judge anyway, kan? So jadi again is for women, kita tetap nak kena ada tata susila di mana-mana yang kita pergi. So when it comes to sex in particular, I feel that it is only crude if you speak about it in a crude manner, where of course one of the big cancellations before for OLG in the past, they were blatantly called misogynist because
objectifying
of
women.
they're objectifying women or whatever. So of course there's a certain way when you speak about sex, the reason why sex became dirty is because of this, you know, jokes, because of this stuff. Perhaps lah dalam perception masyarakat. But if you want to do that, so when I would want to do this, especially talking about sex and everything else, I make sure that it's proper and it comes from a place of love, and it is a form of information. And that's why aku tak rasa malu walaupun nak berbual pasal sex is just like food. It is part of life.
Human nature.
It's human nature, and how you want to talk about it, like how you want to put it across. And I lately have seen, ever since aku buka podcast aku ni, I've seen some relationships platforms have started, they are very conservative, but we started speaking about sex. Which for me, I do not take offense thinking like, oh my God, they're stealing my idea. No, that is my plan. I want people to feel safe to start talking about sex, no matter which background you come from. You may be from a conservative background, so we on whichever level of macam language that you use or the how far you're gonna go on the topics that you're gonna cover, as long as cover, you slowly feel safe to talk about it because it is a real issue.
Yes.
Then I feel I've done my job. If
You're the catalyst lah, the positive catalyst to the whole thing.
Yeah, so in a sense, maybe Eddie dah test ni water. Dia tak kenapa. Okay, maybe I want to try.
Yeah.
So if I feel okay lah, let me take that. Let me coin that lah. If I in a way have paved the way for other content creators who wish to talk about it, talk about it. So we normalize talking about it in a positive light as opposed to just crude jokes talking about sex itu. It makes it crude or macam very to dengar if it's distasteful.
Uncomfortable and awkward lah.
Yes. If you make it in a very I can talk about arousal. I said pussy, penis, dick, whatever you want to call it. But if you use it for the right terms, for the right tools for say, this is a good tip. Maybe I can try. But this is very enlightening. Okay, maybe let me try. You know, so orang pun macam, it's tak rasa geli. Kan? Yang itu yang aku nak korang de-shamify. Rasa geli untuk perbualkan ini. It doesn't matter what gender that you are or which ethnicity that you are, as long as you remain respectful, and of course wadah tu or platform tu nak kena betul lah.
Yeah.
How far can you go in that kind of context or on that platform?
Alright. Dee, aku nak tanya, despite being proper, despite being informative, talking about sex and everything, do you still, or have you received macam backlash yet?
Okay, so far ada satu. It was very weird. It was maybe a couple lah, but maybe just one. I don't know. So far dekat TikTok, I would expect TikTok to be very volatile, but so far the crudest message that I received was something like macam tak tahu malu apa konek punya podcast or something like that. Atau lagi satu is tak tahu malu, macam tak tahu malu berbual macam gitu. It was just a teaser yang aku cakap, I love sex and I love talking about sex. That's just a hook, guys. Right? And lepas tu aku cakap pasal relationship apa. But that person just say, tak tahu malu ke apa-apa. Then I just ignored.
Yeah.
Right? The other one was apa konek punya podcast, something like that. I replied in a very how should I say, witty and constructive manner. I just said, well, somebody needs therapy. Because it was about that was on the video on with my friend who's a what is it called, trauma specialist.
I see.
That's a good one.
Yeah, so aku tak tahulah kenapa dia letak macam gitu. So I was like, well, somebody needs therapy. But he didn't reply.
You was with the Indian lady, right? If I'm not wrong. Yes, correct. Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, this kind of thing will definitely get
But
backlash.
it's not as bad as I thought.
Yeah.
Like the example is going to be, you know.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you are trying to get people to be comfortable talking about it, but not openly pun tak apa. Just come to people and talk about it. That kind of thing.
Be know
right?
that there's help for you out there. There's places of people that you can reach out.
Yeah.
And aku, in a sense, walaupun aku cakap my platform is not really targeting the Malay community specifically because of course I'm conversing in English, but the people that I'm working closely with or getting in my circle in the sexual wellness industry or background are all Malays. So one of it is Dr. Taufik. He's a male health specialist. People don't talk about male sexual health because guys don't even talk about it within the brothers.
Yeah, Mr. Taufik,
It's always jokes, what?
Yeah.
we're going to invite you in, yeah?
Yeah, please
Awak
do.
kat mana?
Doctor.
Datang sini.
Yeah.
Bukan
Itu legit
salah.
betul.
Salah Taufik.
Salah Taufik. Salah.
Right?
Itu kau nak beli rumah panggil dia.
Right. So the other lady, which is one of the upcoming episodes, her name is Norinda. Again, like I said, she's one of the people. She's basically the person that inspired me to really go legit. And she's a Malay lady also, and she's an expert on marital aids or should I say, sexual aids. Kita tetap pakai sex toys lagi, tapi sexual aids or marital aids.
Okay.
Biasanya kalau nak cakap berhikmah lah. So
Beralas.
Beralas.
Macam makcik jangan pakai timun lagi. Sila tengok podcast
and
dia.
I actually in that episode I showed, we did show and tell the different types of toys that are available in the market, and that are really discreet. You don't even know those are toys. So it doesn't have any phallic shape, except for one. It has a shape of a phallus, but not entirely of a phallus. But it's not the regular dildo.
Kejap, dia nak tanya apa tu phallus.
Tak.
Phallus apa benda sia?
Kau yang tanya.
What is phallus?
A shape
The
of
shape of the
a penis.
Oh,
Aku tahu. Nampak?
called a
Pasal aku
phallus.
dah beli.
Yeah.
kenapa kau beli?
itu dia punya.
So yeah, the different shapes and forms they are. Again, aku nak orang feel comfortable and say that these things can actually help your sexual experiences with your spouses. Especially I feel for couples who have been married for a very long time and they feel stuck and they feel scared.
Dia to spice it up lah.
Yeah, there's a lot of misconception around the marital aids kan. Dia orang cakap, kalau I ada apa you nak kena pakai benda ni.
Faham.
Whereas they don't know this thing is your wingman. It's not your competition.
Yeah.
It's your wingman.
My right hand man.
Okay, aku nak tanya kau, but how is there any way ataupun how do you actually personally balance macam kau punya professional identity in doing this and also kau punya religious values? Is there a fine line that you do not cross atau macam mana?
Okay, of course when the school that I go to is kirakan boundless. Dia tak ada boundaries tau. We speak about anything and everything up to the point of perhaps we are not judged even for anal play. I've learned about anal pleasure and everything else, but of course whatever knowledge that I receive, that doesn't mean I will have to macam cakap ni tak boleh buat. It really depends on let's say my clients. Itu kau punya own prerogative. I'm not gonna be influencing you. Or of course whatever that aku cakap dengan kau tu is based on your cultural background, your religious background, obligations, etc.
Tengok klien lah.
Tengok clients. But aku having that knowledge does not make me a lesser Muslim just to know.
Betul.
And I don't mix this, even like again, this is kind of profession. I feel that it has to come from a more secular macam ni, secular
view.
standpoint.
Yeah.
I cannot come from it from a religious standpoint because aku bukan asatizah. I'm not an ustazah to be like preaching shit to you.
Betul.
Again macam tadi aku cakap kau sakit gigi, kau pergi doktor gigi. Kau tak pergi jumpa vet.
Betul.
Macam gitu. Kau faham right? It makes sense
Yeah.
Right? So it's not my place to be lecturing. So when it comes to my personal religious boundaries, whatever, I've always said that my religious practices or my religious beliefs are very sacred to me. It's really none of other people's business. However I practice my religion or however I do macam make myself closer to my maker is just really between me and him. And I've always been like that. I think ramai orang tahu me coming in this industry. I'm not religious, but I see myself as very spiritual. And some of people will be like, apa tu? Like itu terpulang pada kau, but I'm a very spiritual person. So
Alright.
religious wise is I don't touch lah.
Okay. Heavy last question tadi.
Aku love it tau. Pasal aku learn a lot English words. Very spiritual.
Spiritual.
Yeah, very strong, very intimacy,
And
very
phallus.
very phallus. Yes, I love it.
Okay kan.
Okay.
So sebelum kita end, okay,
Yes.
sama juga we're gonna have a fun segment, I would say. Okay, this one is macam biasa juga rapid fire.
Okay.
Okay, macam biasa. Kau, Di, aku, Kak Ana.
Okay.
kita
Here we
buat
go.
So the first thing that comes to your mind,
Okay.
whatever
Alright,
you
here we
just ramble lah.
Dildo.
Okay.
Belum.
Okay.
Okay.
Myth or fact? Okay. Orang Melayu pemalu sangat bila berbual pasal seks.
Myth.
Myth.
Mifasiat.
Yeah. Salah tangga tak sudah. Malu konon. Action je malu lah.
Korang ingat malu, kau try pergi kedai kopi.
Kita baru discuss in depth whether they do it openly or tak. Itu je.
Kau try pergi kedai kopi tengok pakcik main dam. Kau ingat main dam? Berbual pasal apa?
Tengok cincin lah.
Okay. This one is particularly for Dee. Craziest question you've ever gotten from a client or from a listener of your podcast?
Wow. Okay.
Repeat.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Yang paling spicy
Yang paling macam the fuck is this? Kau macam how do I reply to this?
Okay, the one she asked is what can she do when her husband, she's complaining about her husband punya berapa lama dia boleh tahan.
Okay.
Because and then she said that I think she's complaining about his length and then how it doesn't satisfy her or it doesn't hit her in the right places.
Okay.
And she's sexually frustrated because every time she wanted him to prolong faster, so she had to adjust her body in a certain way so it hits her
G-spot.
on her right spots. But
Okay.
by the time dia dah
Dia dah game lah.
come.
Okay.
So after that, she said that she's sexually frustrated and she's really angry and she don't know what else to do to ask him to last longer. And yeah, a lot of complaint about like shaming about penis size.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lucky never had that complaint before. Okay. So next.
Humble break nampak.
Tak tahu job form selit suamiku.
Sila-sila Shu ada hantar aku. Mana kau tahu? Betul tak? Dia panggil nama dia Tina ke apa?
Nama I Tina tapi husband I Tini.
Kalau nama story dia, title dia Minute Monster, kau faham tak? Maybe aku lah.
Minute Monster.
Minute Monster. Okay, next question. If you could create a one-liner slogan about healthy relationships, what would it be?
Wow, susahnya.
Big dick matters.
Okay.
I mean repeat whatever comes into your mind. Okay.
I say this a lot.
One liner.
Okay.
I say this a lot on my podcast. Dekat dulu kat crowd room. Just a tip.
Start off with the tip.
Okay. Slogan. She first, you second.
Okay, interesting. Baik
What was I talking about?
I know.
What?
Please her first.
Yes.
Come on lah.
Okay, I'm gonna go cliche lah. Communicate. Tu je.
Dia macam real estate dah. Location.
Yes. Very cliche.
Okay, next one.
Can I change?
Okay, go.
Macam aku cakap, thank you for coming. Please come again.
Okay. Alright. So, okay, ni for D. Best book or resource you would, okay, ni for everyone Best book or resource you would recommend for couples?
Couple.
Yeah.
Lee Kuan Yew. The book of life.
Let's see the name.
No, I read books. So I don't read like sex books lah.
Okay.
But I read life books.
FHM ke?
Itu magazine kan.
Resource what?
Oh yeah lah. True enough lah.
Okay, D?
Okay, so the one that I will read again, but I finished reading, is called Making Love Real by Danielle Harrell and Celeste Hirschman. So these are my head teachers of my school, and they have written this book. It's really good.
Okay.
Very fucking good. So many tips in there. So many tips on communication and sexual arousal, desires, understanding desires, jealousy, everything. I really call this like the holy grail.
Suddenly you become different people.
Yeah, it's very good. It's very good. I will read it
So
again.
many tips. Just the tip.
And like Satu is, if you want to understand shame and especially understand your partners, kan? It's by Brene Brown, Dr. Brene Brown. It's Men, Women and Worthiness. This is also good. Dia kupaskan kefahaman shame.
Okay.
Wow.
Nilai seorang lelaki, nilai seorang perempuan tu apa, what we have been brought up with yang buat kita orang yang kita sekarang. So that things that you are supposed to unlearn to make sure that you have better relationships and so that you can understand your partners better.
Later send me
Yeah, can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Best book or resource? Ex-hamster.
Download VPN.
Yeah.
Okay, for me, the most recent one that I fell in love with is Love, Sex and
What the fuck?
I cannot recommend this other.
Dia selit lah.
No, because it's real. Because okay, for me, I only listen to podcast bila I tengah masak, bila I tengah macam driving here, I will listen. You know, there's certain things that she and her guests, right? I will be like,
Sambil masak
yeah. And then I will stop cooking or whatever. I turn off. Then I will just look at it because she has a podcast. So I will just look at it and I'm like, apa yang dia tengah berbual ni? So certain things that they say really gets your gears going tau. And women of our age, kita macam susah tau nak get certain things that is going to hit us and go, wah.
Okay.
Because of the rubbish we consume on TikTok and IG.
Yeah.
We don't get all this kind of value.
Yeah.
So support her, please.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mak taru
Okay, last question. Dream retreat destination for a couple to reconnect.
That's really good.
Easy for me.
Kau dulu.
Pasir Ris Park.
But I cannot.
Pacak tent malam-malam. Zip. Jangan banyak movement.
Gitu
I mean, to spice things up. You don't know.
Okay.
It's a Momo bag.
Aku kalau dengar Ifat kat mana tengah piknik buta.
For me personally, the best place to be at, I've been there so many times, is actually Komodo Island. But live aboard.
Yang island yang banyak Komodo dragon tu.
Yeah, so the ocean is so beautiful.
Kat mana ni?
It is in East Nusa Tenggara.
Oh.
NTT lah. NTT. So it is 1 hour away from Bali, but now they are flying direct to Labuan Bajo from Singapore.
Wow.
Okay.
Dulu leceh, aku nak kena tinggal Bali satu malam. Dari Bali aku naik domestik baru pergi Labuan Bajo. But seriously guys, you are immersed in nature. Tak ada mobile network. It's just you and your partner.
And the Komodo.
Yeah. So Komodo tu kau pergi tempat Komodo, kena tengok Komodo lah. But
Lepas tu bila kau dah touchdown, cakap ni dengan suamimu. Yang tengok lidah Komodo.
Jilat kau mampus tu dah lah ada. Kau boleh mati tau. Kau tahu tak? But okay, like it's called Komodo Islands.
Okay.
So you live aboard. That means kau live atas boat.
Oh,
In the middle, that means you will sail for 4 days in the open. Within around Komodo Island, the water is
clean.
turquoise blue.
Boat besar.
No need. Okay,
boat
it's
kecil. Kira ada.
Yeah. I'll show you the photos later. So it's a nice boat. You can either do a couple's.
Family one.
A family one lah. It's either two. Kalau couple tu you spend a bit more because dia dah memang
Kira 4
naturally
hari main
gitu.
dekat boat lah.
It's amazing. It's really amazing. And
Tak
the
payah
thing
banyak
is-
bergerak. Wave.
And the thing is why I say it's amazing is because kau dapat stargazing, and then after that it's like you will see the beautiful sunsets every day, and it's just you and nature. Ni kenapa? It's just aku kan gini.
Dia dah tengah ni.
Tengah feel dia tengah macam
Then, so it's really amazing there.
It's just you and nature, and then you can swim with the manta rays and everything else.
Ni dah boleh masuk advertisement yang travel.
It's so good. It's so good. It's so sexy. It's so macam you are not only working on the intimacy,
Okay.
because I feel that couples have to work on the intimacy, but of course it's about the connection, how you will be connected with your partner, because kau tak ada distraction, kau tak ada Instagram, kau tak ada apa-apa, is
How you wanna do
network
it, yeah.
network. Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Alright.
So, Adi?
Check it out.
Aku anywhere as long as the kids not there.
Tak ada. Yes.
Yeah, anywhere. It can be at home. It can be
Pasir Ris
Pasir Ris
Park.
Park. Komodo Island. Mana-mana lah. Janji budak-budak
Coney
tak
Island
ada.
ke?
Tak kisahlah.
Coney Island. Okey lah, boleh lah. Kalau bajet-bajet gitu kan. Dekat-dekat.
Atas pio-pio menjadi lah. Janji budak-budak tak ada.
Yeah.
Riding on.
Dia ni
Because
lagi ada
for me
battalion.
it's like exactly Bali was where I went for honeymoon. So
Yeah.
tak ada kids, tak ada apa. So that was the best lah.
Oh, that's why you were so sad during June.
Why?
Kids at home every day.
Of course lah.
Okay lah guys, jadi kita dah sampai ke penghujung podcast kita untuk kali ni. Thank you so much Dee for
My
coming on
pleasure.
board.
Please
It's
support.
Such an honor. Yeah,
Yeah.
please go and
Thank
support
you,
guys.
please.
Love Sex and What the
Worth
Fuck.
it.
Yeah, it's macam kita cakap lah, we thought that it was all about sex, but
No.
it's not.
No.
We personally we did learn a lot.
Yep.
We did learn a few things, and yeah,
Take
go.
it for example, I did learn a lot.
Yeah,
Dah pandai
go and
titik
listen.
tangan.
So to all the listeners out there, kalau let's say korang enjoy this episode, korang enjoy Dee punya vibe, don't
Yes.
forget to follow Love Sex What the Fuck dekat Spotify, TikTok and
IG.
Yeah, but diorang more active dekat IG lah, right?
Yeah, dulu
for the
lah
reels
TikTok.
lah.
Yeah, reels
Yeah.
lah TikTok.
Yeah, so don't forget to follow, and thank you so much for joining us for this episode. We hope you
Yes.
guys enjoyed. Sebelum kita pergi, jangan lupa podcast kita dibawakan khas kepada anda oleh kami dari Team Roni. Nak kurus, 2 product, 1 practice.
2 produk on practice, ada 2 produk, 1 Unimate, lagi 1 BioLife S. Unimate is for your morning, BioLife S for before your lunch and before your dinner.
So if you want to try FeelGreat, head on to our individual bio.
I did not shout.
Verified.
Yeah.
Dan kita akan jumpa korang in the next episode of
Al-Kisah Podcast.
AKPD Studio, jom dengar Al-Kisah, nak buka cerita. Tak kisah, tak kisah, Al-Kisah, Al-Kisah, alkisahproduction. 3 budak dop dalam stu, semua stick macam glue, semua sick macam flu, yeah. Dulu tak kenal, now you know. Guess who? Pass the mic, pedas panas padu, yeah, yeah. AKPD Studio, jom dengar Al-Kisah, nak buka cerita. Tak kisah, tak kisah, Al-Kisah, Al-Kisah, alkisahproduction.